Hello and welcome back to the pet salon. I am Wendy the pet groomer, and if you're new, welcome. I'm here with my coffee on this lovely Monday morning. It's a bit blowy. Update on the drone, still far too windy, so nothing's happened with that. Obviously last time we left off we had some sad news, so I've left it a little bit of a while before coming back, because I wanted to be refreshed and everything. So yeah, lovely Kath had a lovely send off, and we wish her well up there. Today, this lovely Monday, it is windy outside, and the sun is shining, and I've come in here and the radiator's been on and it's still on, and it's 22.5 in here, so if I look a bit warm, that's why. So I've opened up the window and the back door. The diet has slipped off slightly, as they do, but I'm starting today. Me and my partner sat down and we did a little weight program. So I've given myself something every day, whether it's lifting a bit of a weight, doing some tummy exercises, legs, arms, and I'm just going to try and fit that in my routine, obviously, as well as lifting up dogs and walking around all day. Obviously my body is used to doing this, so it doesn't really have an impact as such, so obviously the extra is needed. What I thought I'd do today is I've got I've got 4 dogs in today, quite a steady day, and they're all they've all got something that I could show you on each. So if I talk through one and maybe just do a little bit of, say, a foot or a tail or an ear or something like that, I thought that would make a nice little video today. I'll post today, and also I'm off on Tuesdays. It's granddaughter day on the Tuesday, so you won't see me on Tuesday. So from Wednesday onwards, we'll try and do some other, whether it be every day or every other day, I will try. So if you make sure that you've subscribed and you've clicked your notifications for all, when I do post a video, if you're interested, it should notify you that I've posted a video. So if you want to keep in touch, please do. We've got 124 subscribers now, which is absolutely brilliant for little old me. And yeah, this is just how do I explain it? I designed this little channel so that I might just help a few people, because I've been doing it quite a long time and I take for granted the things that I just can do without thinking about it. So if I sort of put it on video, I can sort of break down things that I do while I'm doing them. Does that make sense? Because obviously we all have a different way of doing things. Not every way suits everybody. The way I do it might not suit you, but you might find it interesting the way that I do it. You have got the handbooks and things like that, but if you're anything like me, I'm a visual person and I like to actually see it. I like to see things, and my brain will take it in. When I read, I end up reading 3 lines the same, it doesn't really work for me, textbooks. I can look at the pictures and the illustrations and things like that, but when it comes to you know, reading a lot of stuff, it really doesn't work for me. I like a voice talking to me. I think that might be a lot to do with my, say, undiagnosed learning issue that I've had that's never been picked up, and that I'm doing this, I'm actually learning myself that the ways that I do things. So, and I know there's lots of people out there. I've actually not been speaking to many grooming people recently, but I have enjoyed the clothes on TikTok, and I've made a few friends through the love of fashion. And one lady said special people find special people, and we've had similar chats where, you know, they're the same, you know, they don't do the reading, they like the visual or the talking, and they can absorb it. So I know I'm not alone. See, that's another one there. I've just learned I can start talking about something and I can forget, because my brain's catching up. Yeah, it's very interesting how the brain works. I'm actually doing a course at the moment, and I've stopped because it is all work. It's all on the workbook. So I'm waiting. They are going to do it on audio. So I'm looking forward to that. And because there's like lots of big words, and I'm 47. And you know, I can read and write, but when it comes to these big words and how it fits into a sentence, it sort of goes into one big blur, and my brain doesn't take it in. But if I say watch the video or listen to somebody on YouTube talking about something, I could probably tell you all about it. It's bizarre. Anyway, less about me. We've got lovely George first, and I will have a look at him, maybe talk through, you know, obviously his condition and what we're going to do with him, and maybe decide then which bit of him we might do. He has got a cute little face actually, so maybe the face, but we'll see. She is going to be a little bit later today because she's dropping children off, so I've started my day a little bit later, which has moved everything a slight little bit later. So yeah, well, I hope that you enjoy this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are interested, and we can all help and learn together. And if you want to put a comment down, I do read the comments. I don't always get notified about the comments. I have to go and search for them. Don't know why, I have no idea. But if you write me a comment, write me a note, you know, I do like to read, I do like to reply to them. And if you've got anything that you think that I would be able to help you with, that I could do a video on, that would be fantastic. So again, welcome if you are new, and welcome everybody that is subscribed, and let's have a good day. Wow. It's still so warm in here. It's gone to 23. Oh God. Right, so Georgie, if you remember, I had COVID and I was really poorly. Georgie's one of the ones that I couldn't do, and she was going to try and do him herself, but she didn't dare in the end. I told her what number I normally do in him, but she didn't dare. Anyway, so it's a little bit fuzzy and it's a bit close in parts. So I'm not going to bath this first. I'm going to get some off. Look, he's so cute. And you are you a Cavapoo? No. Cavapoo-Sean. Cavachon. I think so, Cavapoo-Sean. So I'm going to, I think my 4 will go under here. So I'm going to whip some off first and get him in the bath. And then once he's dried and fluffed, I'll see which part we're gonna do. Maybe his face. Because he's so cute, aren't you? And your face is okay. I'll have to put some conditioner on your ears and rake some conditioner through in the bath, I think, because they've gone a little bit lumpy on the ends. And because he's sensitive skin, I don't want to give him any hematomas. So I'll come back in just a little bit when I've got some hair off. So I've just got a little bit of hair off there. It is coming off on a 4. The 4 has got under there, no problem. And don't come for me, other groomers. Oh, she's trimming it off before the bath. I just find I can get him drier, you know, a lot quicker, and I can massage his skin when he's got less hair there. So, and it's just, I just find it's a bit of a pointless task, you know, bathing and drying all his hair. He's here for a lot longer, you know. But that's me just personally. Other people might bath him first, but ain't that one time, buddy? Right, so it's coming off quite nicely on the floor. I mean, obviously there is the damage to your blaze as well. But I'm going to clean it and I'm going to oil it and it'll be absolutely fine. So I'm just going to find the right one. So it's coming off. I don't want him too short. It's coming a bit warmer, so I always like a little bit of hair as protection, but it's coming off nice. No problem at all. No stretching is, I tend to, when I'm clipping, I sort of use my thumb to sort of stretch up with the skin. So it's all in the bath. I've got as much as I can off with the 4, which is like a 9mm length. I'm in the process of what's the word? I would say running down. Is that right? So I'm in the process of running down my shampoos because I have some exciting news. I got in touch with the Secret Weapon, which you know that I love. I use all the time. I absolutely love it. And I can now actually affiliate with Secret Weapon, and for that I can give you a code which I'll put on here, and if you want to get your own Secret Weapon, it will give you 10% off. Isn't that wonderful? So yeah, use the code and it should give you the 10% off. If you don't, then please let me know if it's working or not, because I haven't used it myself. Like I say, I'm trying to run down everything so that I can reorder some stuff, and I'm going to try the code myself. Don't know if I can do that, but I'm going to try. Yeah, so there we go. So do the code to get your 10% off. I've always wanted to say that. Right, so I'm going to use not the Secret Weapon. I'm going to use part Secret Weapon, but I'm going to use the rest of my MD10, which is for the Doodles and Co. I'm going to run that off because I would like to get some more of these, some bigger ones, but they are quite expensive. But because I only use a little bit, it'll go a long way. So if I run these down, and not have so many going on, and just use the ones that I actually do like and use. And I'm also going to use the Intensive Ultimate Superior Dematting Conditioner with the Secret Weapon on his ears and his tail and a little bit over his body, just to help, because that one, it detangles, moisturises, it does help dry them fast, volumizes, and it is anti-static. You can make that up as a spray as well, which is it's a really good thing, and I generally get them in the bundles because you get the conditioner with it. I've got another full one over there because they are, you know, quite concentrated, and I also have the other Secret Weapon stuff, which I'm running low on, which is super concentrated. But what I like about them is they all, you know, it's got a lot of natural stuff in, coconut and oil, etc. So I'll get cracking. So we'll use the Doodle & Co, we'll use the conditioner on his tail and ears and over his body, and we'll get him dry and we'll come back to the table. And I forgot to say, my lovely shower head that I had before, the shower head, I used this pet one. The switch broke. I have reordered another one, but I've just got this for now, so I can turn the water off and on, which was the biggest feature for me on that shower head. So yeah. So I'm of course going to give him a facial. Let's turn that off. Give you a facial, my sweetie. Just wet your face. And we will use the Berry Amaretto. So it's on his second shampoo now. I have, of course, I've frothed it. I've just zoomed ahead of myself and not appreciated that the new people won't have seen me do this before. So I tend to froth my shampoo. I just put a little bit of shampoo, a little bit of water in this tub. I'll show you my other one. It's a little manual egg beater. I also have, if the battery fails on me or it fails completely, I do have a backup, which is the hand. So I'll put my little shampoo and water in that and I get my froth. So I tend to do 2 shampoos of the froth, and the reason why I froth it is because it gives me nice even distribution. As you can see, I just put that on there and it's just covered the whole, so I can see it visually. A lot of the time when you're using your bottles, you're putting it on and you actually don't know where, you know, the shampoo's going, you know. And then I use my silicone brush, and hopefully I'll have put everything down in the description box. So I'll put down these the links for the egg beaters, for the silicone brushes. Obviously I'll link the code as well. I'll link the website for the Secret Weapon. So yeah, I mean, I can, because it's froth, you see, I can see the whole leg, and I know that it's gone all over. And also it seems to absorb, you know, it seems to clean them a lot better. It sort of activates the shampoo. It's like a little activation pot. And it's great for cleaning bums, this silicone brush. And you've got the other side as well, which is great for the de-shedding. It's got little rubber teeth there, or you could give them a massage. Nice massage on that side. Because his hair's been a bit restricted. Just gets the blood flowing. And as you know, when the blood flowing, it helps with, promotes healing as well, because you've got blood going into the areas that you want. Okay. Okay. He's a little bit sad today. He's got a puppy at home. His mum is looking after his mum's puppy. So and he's just been castrated recently, so he is normally, you know, quite lovely and happy, but he's you're very mild-mannered, aren't you? So I'll come back, I'll bypass that because I need to speed up today, and I'll meet you back on the table. So we are all ready for trimming now. I'm going to go back over with the four. He's got a gorgeous, look at that fluffy face. We can do something with that, what do you reckon? Can't we? So I'm just going to whip it all off and I'll leave the heads and I'll come back and hopefully I'll have a good 15 minutes hairs on me. Good 15 minutes to trim his head. So I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in a second. So I've done all his body, his feet. Turn around, sweetie. I've got plenty of time to do his fluffy head. So before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just comb it all out, make sure I've got no fur fairies hanging around. I did do the Secret Weapon conditioner on his ears, so once I'd washed them a couple of times, I've gone through with the brush and conditioner and just and combed it all through. I find it breaks it up really well when it's wet, and I have done a video of that. If you look back, I'm sure I've done a video on brushing the conditioner through. Now you've got to be mindful that you're not, when the ear is wet and you've got, you know, you're brushing it, that you're not brushing the actual skin. So I tend to hold the bottom of the ear flap and brush to break it up. That way you're not going to scratch the skin, because as you can see, his skin would be very, very sensitive if you caught it. So you have got a very fluffy head, haven't you? I took a little bit more than I wanted to at the back here, but it was a little bit fluffy. Wasn't really coming off. Not massive, but not far off. So I've got a little bit there that I'm going to have to blend in. So I could scissor it all. Let's take you back a bit so you can see. I could scissor it all, but time-wise and its bulkiness, I'm going to quicken it up. So he's had a 4 on his body, a 9mm. Now I'm going to go over the top of his head with the 16mm, which is the 5. Not to be confused with that 5, the comb attachment 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop that over the top and just get the bulk off for now. And it helps blend this, oops, battery's going, blend this in as well a little bit. Right, so I've just took that down a little bit there. So then I can scissor that now. Yeah, look at his face. So starting to look a bit better, isn't it? So I'm going to take out his hair at the corner of his eyes. So I just go from here, just under his eyes, across the bridge to the other side. And you'll notice when I do, I don't take my scissors off. I don't go out, cut out. I leave them in and thin it round. So we'll go in here, and I can see it removing as I go, right down to the other corner. And then when I lift my, ooh, it's like magic. It's like magic. I like to take out all that red staining. Make that nice and clear. Because I want it to last for the, I think he comes, oh, sorry sweetie, he comes sort of every 8 weeks, so you didn't come out that, did it? Oh, you are a good boy. So I've done the eyes. So what I like to do now is take off this stuff from around his mouth. So I'll just do it on the highest setting on my Spectra on the 5. I'll just take that off. And I sort of take off from the side of the nose here as a guide. Good boy. You see them lovely lips? He's got a lovely dark pigment around his mouth. Now I'll do down the bottom here as well. And that dark bit is. And then I do these corners here. The little pockets there. It tends to go a little bit stained. I'll just check it out now, see what you look like. There's a little bit there. Good boy. So that's what we look like at the moment. So eyes, lovely clean mouth, and then we're going to scissor everything in. So I could scissor it all, or I could take some bulk off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down and take a little bit of hair, same comb, just to speed up. Just take that bit off. You can even reverse up if you want to. Take that other side off as well. And that was a little bit lumpy on the inside of there, so let's see, I've taken that off. But it's fine, because once his ear's on top, it won't, it's fine, and it also keeps it nice and clean underneath, because really the only cute bit we need is this little bit here. So, I generally do the same pattern every time. So I'll just get my lovely Kajiro scissors. I'll just go across here. So I'll go across, and then I'll just soften this over, because I've got my length that I want, so I'm just sort of neatening that up. Like so. I always keep, I'll have it in my mind what I'm going to do, scissor it, and then step back and look at it. So I'm happy with the top there. So what I'm going to do is just take his ears. Now I'm not going to pull his ear down. I don't want to move this hair too much. I want it to be where it is, because if I move it and cut it, when it goes back up it'll be different. So I'm just going to hold the ear out of the way how it naturally would lie. And all this at the back here, just going to comb it up. And I'm just going to take it all off. Match it up with the top. No, and then I'm going to lift up the ear, and I'm not going to pull it right up, I'm just going to lift it where it naturally would go. And all these bits that are sticking out here, take them off. Right. Now I'm going to take this side up here. Just needs blending a bit more there. Well, cutting a bit more. So then what I do with this now, I'll keep his ear out of the way, and I'm going to lift up this top hair from the top. I'm going to lift the top of his bit. I'm going to leave this down here. So I'll leave that there. And then I'm going to trim off all that there. Because we don't want a massive head, we want it sort of, because he's got a short body, I don't want a massive head, because in a few weeks he'll just look like a walking head. So it needs to be in balance, sort of growing in tandem with his body. But being full and cute at the same time. Right, so I've done the bottom now. And I'm going to comb that down. And now he looks like he's got a beard. See? Good boy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim. I'm going to visualise how you want your dog's face to look. That does help. So all the top's done, the bottom's done, and now I'm going to trim this in. Like so, like so, because to keep the fullness of the face, I don't want to take too much out of here, but I want this to be nice and clear. So once I've done the bottom, comb down, done the top, then what I do is I comb everything forward, and you see the point there? I'm just going to put my scissors level with his nose and trim that off. So anything that goes past his nose, I'm going to trim off. And we can lift it up slightly and just take the tips off so it looks nice and full. So now it kind of looks like that. See, I'll put his ear down. It's like that. So then I copy it on the other side. So I'll lift up this first, lift up the top first, and do the bottom. Because I don't tend to hold the hair, I use my noose to hold it, or I'll just hold it with my hand. And then I'll comb that over. See it hanging. And then comb forward. And anything that's over, and you gotta keep combing because hair gets stuck to it. Don't know, sweetie. And just separate that ear there, so all that hair there, take off. Might end up looking slightly different technique on this side. Because you tend to go a different way. I'll go that way. I tend to go a different way. So see it's coming. What I tend to do as well, so obviously I've gone here and I can go up that way. I can also reverse my scissors that way. So you use enough your curve. Aren't you? Oh yeah. You're just so cute. You're too cute. You are. So it's kind of looking like that. So you're not cute? You are. And I just keep combing it out. Sometimes if you take a picture of it as well, because you're looking at it, you don't pick up certain things. So if you take a picture of it face on and then look at your picture, you'll see bits that maybe don't sit in right. And his ears have grown quite a lot, so, and I think because he's a boy, I don't want to have them too long. Well, boys can have long ears, but I think it will suit his overall look if they were a little bit shorter, because they're going to dangle as well. So let's just lift your head up slightly, like that. Keep seeing this, don't we? Right, I think we'll go, what do you reckon? His ear leather is there. So I think I might just go a bit of a thumb thumb past the ear leather, so there. I always like to check where the ear leather is first before I trim it. So always check where your ear leather is. How's that? That looks a good length. So, and I also like to create a bit of a layer on the ear, because sometimes it can look a bit. So what I'll do is hold the ear there. I'll comb everything back. Comb everything back, and then I just lightly take off the edges. And then when I comb it, it'll soften the ear. And give it more of a layered look, but not noticeably. I'm just going to do that again. So comb all that hair back, like that. Can't really see what I'm doing, can you? Sort of, I hold the top of the ear there, and I'm combing back this hair. You see this hair here. And then combing it in. I don't know if you can tell, but it has given it a bit of a layered look. You might be able to see it better on this side here. We do need a better camera situation, don't we? But I wanted the channel to take off first before I started investing in like head cams and things like that. So, because then you will be seeing directly his head. Well, the sun is shining in here, right? One thing I do like is a nice face, and I like neat feet. So ear leather's there, and I'm going to go probably about there. Ooh, so satisfying. So you might be able to see it better on this one. So I'll get the ear and comb all the hair back like that. And then there's a point there, a little bit like the face. And then I'll comb it forward. And it creates a little bit of layerage. That way. Good boy. So you comb that. Turn back that way. It's only the bus. just a bus. Okay. There. Oh, we see? I can't see it because the sun's shining. I'll make it any better. And there we go. Lovely Georgie. Lovely Georgie. So it's had his 4F all over. And next time he comes, he can have his normal 3, which is only a length up. But on these type of dogs, because the thicker the hair, the thinner the skin, when you get to the base, it's very thin. So the shorter you take them, the more you see skin. So just that 1 length more makes a big, massive difference. So there we go, lovely Georgie. So here's lovely Roxy, who you've met before. I think you've been on lots of my videos, haven't you? Yes, she has. Not sure what I can show you on Roxy. She comes monthly, pretty much comes monthly. So I just skim over her body between a sort of 7 and a 5, depending on the weather. But I always leave her legs a little bit more fuller, because now she's getting on in years. She's got delicate little bony bits, so I like to try and disguise them and make her legs a little bit more chunky. So maybe we could show a foot. Would you like to show a foot? Are we okay with that? Yes. So maybe we'll come back, because I've got to try and speed up today. I have. I just have. I have. Her ears looking great. Oh, your ears are looking fantastic. She suffers with the Cocker Spaniel ear. I always take all that out there on a 10, and I have been cleaning it out. Each time she comes, I've been using the herbal dog ear cleaner to wash out her ear, and she has had special ear stuff, but normally that's really red and discolourable. That looks really good. I'm impressed. So I always give her a squirt of that, massage it, because this foams up quite well, and it is a natural product as well, you know. It's got even white vinegar in there, so it's not going to do any harm to give her ears a good wash. So what I'll do is I'll get her washed and prepared, and we'll come back and I'll leave her foot. We'll do your foot. Yeah, she likes a treat, this one. She does like a treat. When she's finished, she will come over. Yeah, she comes over here. She knows where the treats are. The treats are here, just there. And she'll sit and she'll look at them. Say, I'm done. And now I need a treat. Yes, she's such a good girl. So I'll come back in a little while, but it will be like seconds to you. So I'm just on the last foot there. Let's take my earphones on. I've done her a 7F on her body. I've also done, and then I've graduated a 3. So I've just used a 3-comb attachment. I've taken that off, and I've blended the leg in so that it looks like seamless, if you know what I mean. So so I've done the same with this. I've just skimmed this over, and I need to do the foot. So first things what I do is I get my lovely Spectra. I really like using this because it's sort of ceramic. I always feel a lot safer. Bedraggled, I've got black hair all over my face. Yeah, it's a nice titanium ceramic blade, so I always feel a lot safer using this. Ooh, so there we go. So what I'll do is, spaniels especially, they get they can get quite matted inside here because it's quite thick hair, and the feet are nice,